Extreme News.
Welcome to Extreme News. This is Seth here, and welcome back. Today we will be interviewing a special guest. It's the city boy who survived in the wild for 3 months with nothing but a hatchet. Give it up for Brian Robeson. Hey Brian, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. So my first question is, how did you end up in the wild in the first place?
Well, I was in a plane on my way to my dad's house. He lives in Canada, and we were in the middle of Canada, and we crashed.
How did you crash a plane?
So the pilot, he had a heart attack, but right before it, he showed me the controls. So when he had the heart attack, I kind of waited till the engine stopped working, and then I just coasted it down to a lake.
Wow. So once you got down there, how'd you survive? Did you build a shelter?
Yes, I did. Actually, it was very lucky for where I landed because there was like a nice rock ledge right over, like right next to like let's say this is the lake right here,
Sure.
and this was the rock ledge right over here,
Mm-hmm.
and there was like a rock formation that was like a perfect little shelter home thing, except with no wall in the front. So I just built the wall in the front out of like sticks and weaved them together with twigs and stuff.
Nice. So it was a good shelter then?
Yeah.
Worked out good for you?
Yeah.
So you don't look like you're too thin. You must have eaten something. How'd you feed yourself?
So at first, I should have said this with the shelter, but now that I think about it, I should have said it. At first, I thought they were just gonna find me in like 2 days. That I was fine. I wouldn't have to do anything. I could just sleep for 2 days,
Mm-hmm.
2-3 days, and then by then they would have found me, landed, picked me up in a plane.
Right. But that didn't happen, so you had to build a shelter and find some food.
Yeah, and the food at first it was hard, but I found some berries that I called gut cherries. Because they like made me puke after a while because they're like poisonous or something. I don't know.
That's a good name for it.
But then I found a big patch of raspberries, which actually kind of scared me. I could have almost died from that because when I was there, when I was picking raspberries at first, when I first found them, a bear walked into the same area, started picking some raspberries.
Woo.
We just looked at each other, and the bear walked away. And I
Man.
kept on picking raspberries, and I
That was
went back.
lucky.
Yeah, real lucky.
Hmm.
And then, so after that, I kind of like started getting like better, and I thought, wait, if there's a lake, then there must be fish in the lake.
Smart.
So I saw fish in the lake on the shallow areas, and they're like about that big each. So I made a fish spear with 2 prongs, and I went and killed it and got some fish. And also I got some rabbit and like this bird that I call a fool bird.
Mm-hmm. So you said you killed some fish with a spear. Was that the only weapon you had, or
No,
how'd you make them?
I had a bow, and with my hatchet, I like carved the bow a little bit and scraped off the bark to make it nice and smooth. And I had to do it with like a bendy stick, not a stiff stick. I found that out by using a stiff stick at first, and it just broke in half when I tried to use it. And also I used my shoelace for like the bowstring.
Nice.
And after I killed my first fool bird, I used the feathers to make the arrows more accurate. But the arrows were just sticks at first that got sharpened at the point, and I made them like 2-pronged like the spear.
Nice.
The spear was just a long stiff stick that I sharpened at the tip and then slid it in half.
Nice. So you caught these fish, you caught all these other animals and so on. Did you eat them raw?
No, I cooked them on a fire.
How'd you make a fire?
Oh, my hatchet, one night I was like attacked by a porcupine, and I chucked the hatchet and I missed it. I missed the porcupine, and it hit the side wall of my shelter, and it made a bunch of sparks. And then the next morning, I woke up and I had a dream that night after the porcupine attack of one of my friends, like at a park with a fire, pointing at it, just pointing at the fire, not speaking at all. I was like, yeah, I know, I need fire, but how am I supposed to get it? And this is before I found out about like how I could catch fish and stuff. This is just when I had the hatchet and I was eating berries. And so when so then I started thinking, and then I remembered the sparks and how they like lit up and glowed. And then I tried paper, like my money. I had paper money. I had like $5 or something. I tried that. I ripped it to shreds, and I tried to like make it spark, and it didn't work. So I found this bark, like this really fine bark that I like slit into fine threads.
Sure. And
I made like a bundle, and then I struck the side of the wall with the hatchet, and the sparks rained down on it, and then I would blow on the sparks lightly, and it would make them glow harder, and then it would start a flame, and then I just kept feeding it more sticks and wood.
Nice, and then you had fire.
Yeah.
So you said a porcupine came in your shelter, and you saw a bear once. Was that the only two animals you ever got attacked by?
No, but the bear wasn't really an attack. It was just an encounter.
Oh, okay.
But the porcupine I got attacked by, a skunk I got attacked by, because I also had like food in my shelter. I had some eggs buried that I found from like a snapping turtle that laid them during the night one time, and I got those, and I ate those raw. Those were one of those few things I ate raw, because I got those before I had the fire. And then after that, like the skunk like went and ate all my eggs, which kind of sucked. So then I didn't really have like any filling stuff besides berries anymore. And then that's kind of when I started getting fish. But besides that, I also got attacked by a moose.
Really?
And also, I had an encounter with a wolf pack. They came up and looked at me, and when I was just down at like the shore, this was like a month before I was rescued, and they just looked at me, and I nodded at them like this, and they walked away.
Wow. Was the moose attack or the wolf attack the most interesting thing that ever happened to you?
No, well, sort of the moose attack thing, because in the same day of the moose attack, which I'm surprised I was attacked by a herbivore, a moose. That's kind of surprised me out of nowhere. I was just down by the lake, and it came out of nowhere charging at me and rammed me in the gut with its horns.
Whoa.
And I broke like a rib or something. And that same day after that, when I like somehow crawled all the way back to my shelter and my ribs were in pain, a tornado hit that night. And kind of ruined everything I had except for like my spear, and my bow snapped in half, so I just made another bow.
Wow.
After that.
A tornado and a moose attack in the same day. Please tell me you didn't lose the hatchet. Where is it? Did you bring it?
No, I didn't bring that because, I mean, this is public. I can't bring it in public.
Oh, yeah.
But, so, I have it in my room sitting on a rack.
Nah, that's a good spot for it. So, when were you saved? I mean, you didn't tell me that part.
Oh, it was like, about like 3 weeks ago. It was like actually kind of funny because I had just broken into the plane to get like the survival pack, because there was a survival pack in it, and the tornado had lifted the plane out of the water. So I built a raft and went over to there and got the survival pack, and it had like a gun and a bunch of food, like air dried food, and I was in the middle. I was gonna like make a big feast for myself. Well, it wasn't really a feast, but it would be a feast from what I had been eating. I hadn't been eating that much. And so when I was in the middle of making it, the dude landed, and the reason why he came and like was able to find me is because there was a transmitter, an emergency transmitter in the survival pack.
Oh, nice.
And I turned it on. I thought it was just broken, and I just left it in the corner. Well, he obviously heard it, and he came down and he had like the water landing wheel thingers on it, and landed in the water on the lake, and came over to me and was like, "You're that kid they stopped looking for like 2 months ago." And then after that I said, "You want some of the food?"
Nice. So he found you and you gave him some food.
Yeah.
So question of the hour, if you had a chance, would you go back again?
Yeah. Like, honestly though, you'd have to like experience yourself to be able to know why I want to go back.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to do that. I might leave that adventure to you. So, thank you, Brian. It was nice interviewing.
You too.
That's going to be all for tonight, folks, for Extreme News. See you next time.